Guys, today in this video I'll be showing you all my custom damaged racers. Now before anybody says that, ask who these racers are, I just want to get this out of the way. These are just random cars. These aren't even cars. These are all Hot Wheels that I got and repainted. This isn't even all of them. I have a couple more that I'm still working on, but this is the majority of them. And each one of these has differences. I'll just leave it at that. They're each made differently. And I'll start off with how I will be making these now, and the one that is not damaged. This guy, I'm not sure, I don't have any names for these guys either, so if you want to leave names for each of these in the comments, you can just put their number. Let's start off with number 4. This is the non-damage, one of the non-damaged racers. I have 2 more that will not be damaged that I'm still working on. He has this silver engine. These are all Hot Wheels, by the way. Hot Wheels are Matchbox cars. I didn't want to, while I'm still learning the ropes of customizing, to take a die cast like this Fabulous McQueen and then try to give him a determined expression and end up getting the entire eyes covered up and making him a crashed Fabulous McQueen, because I don't have a spare. The closest thing to a spare I'll have is this Thomasville Legends metallic one. But I want to start off with the non one. This will be a pretty long video, I'm guessing, so I'm sorry about that. He has the silver engine, 4 red dots on it. This is kind of a review of them all. His eyes, he's looking off to the side. This is where his mouth will be. There's not a place for the mouth like most of the cars diecast. A Boost here has a mouth. He doesn't, just this little indentation that I put where his mouth would be. And he is, he's one of the ones that avoids the crash. And I guess that I tried to give this expression where he's just like, he was driving and then one of the crash started and he was kind of freaking out because there's a giant wreck that's happening behind him. He is the number 4, 4, 4, another 4, another 4. There is this red at the bottom that's a bit darker. He has a gold trim around the tires. There is some red paint on there. I'll need to touch that up. He has his exhaust. The back engine, which has some blue on it and some silver. And here's the base, just Hot Wheels, like I said. Here is what was the first one that I did out of the damaged ones. This I made with some paint pens. These I made with actual paint. Here's the type of paint I used. I used Apple Barrel. This is just gray that I used for some of the scratches. You can get a ton of different colors. This is the green that I used. And I just got some paintbrushes from Walmart and painted them like that. But I do use different paints now. He has black tires. He is number 82. Now, I did not have the things I have to do, the paint pins that I have today, so I couldn't write numbers on him. I tried the best I could, but it didn't come out very good, so I just made him a damage racer. This is supposed to be a damaged shiny wax racer. It's supposed to be a really old shiny wax racer that was in a crash. He has orange paint splotch, some red, where his mouth would be. Another red paint splotch, blue, orange, some yellow, 2 yellow stripes. These aren't supposed to be rookie stripes. I just wanted to put some yellow on there because he is shiny wax and shiny wax is green and yellow. His taillights, a black splotch, some red lines, a red line, another red line, 4 black splotches on the top, and this side is just destroyed. He has a bunch of gray, some black, and you can see some yellow, a little bit of orange right there. And here's the base. Here is another damage racer I have. This is number 7. His mouth here. His headlight's got a scratch through it. This headlight's completely gone. He has this black line going through here. Blue. Some more blue. Orange on the tires. Again, I don't have the things that I would have used today for the tires, as you'll see on some of my other ones. But so these tires are pretty bad. The number 7 with a big splotch of his paint missing. What I did with this guy, I had the paint, and what I did was, while it was still dry, or it was dried, it wasn't wet, but it was still in the process of being completely dry, I ripped some of it off, so then you can see the gray paint that was below it with some black. The number 7 with some more paint missing. Gray splotch on the spoiler. Black where his engine vents would be. I do like that I added that on here. A giant black splotch with a little bit of paint missing. Gray line. Blue. Some more blue on the back. A black line. The spoiler's got a bunch of orange on the bottom. And some black on this side. Here's another one. This is one of my favorites. This is not my favorite, but this is one of them. It has a brown line all the way through the middle. Here's number 11. Tons of gray scratches on this side. Number 11. Green. I did not paint a mouth on him. I'm going to do that after this video. He has a big gray scratch right there. Number 11. A red scratch. More scratches all over. And the green is really big. But this guy, I found him, and his base was coming off. And I thought, this guy would make a great damage racer because the base was coming off, and he already didn't really work very well. And he rolls really weirdly. This is another one that I did with the paints. Big green splotch right there. Some scratches. He's looking off to the right. The camera's left, the racer's right. He is number 9. He does have, instead of it being like this, it's sideways like a regular piston cup racer's would, except it's the wrong way. He has an orange line right there. Number 9. Some more scratches. I tried to do gray wheels, didn't come out very good again. More orange, a bit of green, some scratches. Here's his engine, a nice gray. I mixed together the light gray and black, and I made this color, which I really like. And there's this side, some more scratches. Here's the base. Yeah. Here's my last custom that I used with the paints. This is my favorite out of all the painted ones. Not my favorite custom. My favorite's one that's not done yet, but this is one of them. Black on all over where the engine vents would be. Scratches through the headlight. Some orange paint there. His mouth would be orange. A huge scratch. Tons of black and green all on this side. Probably ran right into the green racer. Tons of black ash on the bottom. Tons of it. I love this guy because I put all that ash detailing on. I had him done, but then I just felt like he wasn't completely done. So I added on all that detailing, and he does look great. There's a huge scratch on this side. He's number 8. You can't really see that, but he is. Orange on the bottom. Some gray here where his exhaust is, and a little orange on the roof. I didn't mention that earlier. Here's the base. So yeah, move all the painted ones out of the way. So these are all painted with actual paints over here. I'll move down to the back where the rest of those cars are. Now these are the ones I used something different, and I will go, and I used 2 different products for this. So yeah, it's really interesting. And I did this guy, he's already done. So these are the next 3 to do. So I used 2 different types of brands. This is one of them. I use Sharpie oil-based paint pens, which is where I got some of the black. And I also use this other brand called Painters. And they both work very similarly. Just on Sharpie, fine is the lowest it goes. On Painters, fine is the second lowest level. There's ultra fine, which is, I'm not going to open it because I don't want to get paint over my table, and the cars that I have in the back, they're like Silver Miguel. But they each work really well. I do have this extra green because I got this one as just a regular one to try out because I got a Sharpie 5-pack And then I got the Painters 5-pack and got a spare green, but it's fine. They're different tips. So I used both brands on these. I mostly used the Painters brand. And for some of this extra detailing on these guys, I used the Painters brand because the Sharpie brand actually would pick up the paint that was on here, and I'd have to reapply like the eyes for the eyes because most of it was just eyes that weren't done. It was really annoying, but then I moved on to Painters and it helped. But I use Sharpie on these when they're not already painted with something other than paint pen. I'll start off with this one on this side. Use the mouth right there. Closed eyes because this windshield was a little small, and with the engine in the way I couldn't get it very good. Green on the engine. Number 5. This already had number 5 on it, so I just left it and put a scratch through it. A blue line. Another blue line with a scratch through it. More scratches. Red rim around the tires. Number 5. Scratches. Number 5 in gold. And some pixels. Another blue line. And a little black scratch through there. Green on that 5. In the back, there's some scratches there. I really like this back portion of it. There is these gold boxes. And then silver with red. I really like that. Well, definitely another one of my favorites. This is Racer 16. A giant silver engine. Some black scratches. More closed eyes. Most of these have closed. This one has closed eyes for a reason. And you might say, well, this guy has open eyes, but this one doesn't. They're about the same. Why? And it's because I couldn't get this guy's eyes right. I painted the eyes red first, and then tried to put the white, and then they just kept turning pink. This one, I put the white on first, and then put the red over it. And it really did help. But with this one, I put the red on first, and it just wouldn't work, so I just painted it all red and put the black line. Another scratch. 16. Black rims. Brown. Black scratch. Little circle right there, that's silver. 16. And here's the base. So I have one custom left that I have not shown, but the rest I have. And this is gonna be a 2-part video. This custom will be shown in the next part, and what these cars in the background have to do with it. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!